her stuff out. Some people are gonna go. The last time it was a neighbor over there that got evicted right over there and put all their things out, just like they're doing this one. The good thing is 69 degrees today, right? The weather is beautiful. We usually have a lot of good weather here. It's not like you know, being homeless is sad, it's depressing, but the weather can make it just a teeny bit better. I was just about to work on my YouTube video and talk about gratitude and just sit there and think about all the things that money has bought you, or that money can buy, money will buy, money has bought. And the first thing that I wrote down was rent, shelter. So I'm so grateful for shelter. Let me close this because I can hear that loud TV in there. Bella, sit down. Sit down. But I'm just so grateful, you know, for shelter. I'm grateful for food, money, all these things that money can buy. You know, your rent, your electricity, your food, your Wi-Fi, your counseling, transportation, entertainment, dog food, cat food, clothing, soap, clean water, water to drink, water to bathe in, a bathtub, a washer and a dryer. Every day that I get up, I have made a conscious decision to just go over everything that I'm grateful for in that moment. And today I just happened to wake up and just be grateful for money. Grateful for money. You know, in the Bible, I just wrote it down in my journal too. When Jesus said, even what did he say? Something about what the rich have, they will be given more, and even what the poor have, even what they have, it will be taken from them. And I remember reading that and just thinking like, oh my God, like, why would you do that? Why would you take even what the poor have? Even what they have, why would you take that from them? And I found out years later the answer to that is gratitude. You know, a lot of people who don't have a lot of stuff, you notice they complain a lot. Always complaining and always saying that they don't have money and how broke they are. And you want to know what? When you say it, you keep saying it, you keep saying it, and then you wonder why you're broke. You really got to watch your mouth and what you say and what you believe and what the affirmations you're speaking over yourself. Oh, you know, I'm in the poorhouse, or I'm in the broke house, or oh, I'm so poor. Stop saying that. Even if you are getting evicted today, you bet not utter those words out your mouth. I'm so poor. Because you're not. I am grateful. I am rich. You start making those affirmations the minute you go through some shit like this right here. And excuse my French, but the minute you start speaking like that, or thinking like that, you gotta grab hold of those thoughts and say, I'm not gonna speak that over my life anymore. You can always change your mindset. You can always change the words that you're speaking over your life. I am rich. Money comes to me abundantly. Money is flowing to me right now. You say like what Beyonce said, I got more Benjis than I can spend. I don't care if you don't have not $1 in your bank account. You better speak it over your life. And not only that, we got to start, y'all, being grateful. I want y'all to join in with me on these 365 days of gratitude. I don't want to hear no bad news. Y'all understand me? I don't want to hear no bad news. I don't care what they're saying in the news. I don't care about none of that. God is with me. God is with you. God is with us. And He surely will provide. Okay? You got to believe it. I remember when I first moved down here to Texas, right? And I was here alone, and then my children came down shortly after. And I had took a huge pay cut to come down here to live in Texas. A huge pay cut. But I wanted the peace more than I did the money. And my kids, I have 4 children, so I have 4 mouths to feed. And I remember being real low on cash. I was working, because I always worked. I was working. And I just, remember saying, God, you got to do something. You're my husband. You got to do something. I need you to provide. And I was on my way to my post office box. I had a P.O. box at that time. And I remember God speaking to me and saying, open every envelope. Open every envelope, Felicia. I want you to open it. Open every envelope. And when I got to the post office, looked through my mail, there was this big manila-like type folder. It was real long. It didn't look like there was a paycheck or anything in there. It looked like it came from my insurance company. It looked like it could have been like a explanation of benefits or something. I would have never opened it had I not heard God tell me to open it. It would have just sat there for a long time without me even touching it. Because in my mind, I thought it was just an explanation of benefits. Well, I opened every piece of mail in that big old folder, that big old envelope. I pulled the mail out, y'all. Was a check in there for almost $1,000. And that was God's gift to me. My insurance, they had taken too much in premium payments. And God provided that check and that money. And I was able to pay some bills, and I was able to go and get groceries for my children. So even though, you may be having a hard time, whatever, right now, don't speak that. Don't speak yourself into a deeper hole. Start speaking positive affirmations over your life. I made a video on YouTube a couple of days ago. When I was a child, I remember I was sick. I had pneumonia or something like that, and I wanted to go outside and play. And I could hear my friends outside playing, but I couldn't go outside because I was sick. And I remember sitting up on my bed, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I just started speaking healing over my life. I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. I didn't know anything about positive affirmations, y'all. But something in me just started saying, I started speaking the opposite of how I felt. I feel good. I'm better. My throat doesn't hurt anymore, and I believed it. And a couple of days later, I got better. So that's all I wanted to come on here and say, y'all. Think about all the things that money has bought you, or the things that you have because you have money. I don't care how little, how large. Be grateful for the coffee you went and bought at McDonald's today for $1.32. Thank God for that money. If it's a car you just bought, even if it's with your taxes, and people, they try to act funny when you buy stuff with your own money. Taxes mean that you had a W-2. A W-2 mean you got a job. And you overpaid on your taxes, so you're getting a refund. It's not a welfare check. So if you out here spending money with your taxes or whatever, that's your prerogative, and don't let nobody make you feel bad for it, because you wouldn't have any tax refunds if you did not have a job, if you didn't work. It's getting your W-2 and getting a tax refund. It's not welfare, y'all. Okay, the government and a lot of these companies take government assistance, but we're not gonna get into all of that. Okay, these wealthy companies, billions and billions of dollars, they get welfare. They get government assistance. The United States sends, I don't know, millions upon millions to in aid to Africa. So they are getting government assistance. And even if you are getting government assistance, don't you feel bad about that. Trouble don't last always, and you just be grateful for the money, the assistance that you are getting. So, y'all be happy, be grateful today. That's all I wanted to say in this video. Have a good one. Love y'all.